launch?
I don't know where they're at.
I think they're over
here.
They came in late.
Yeah, they came in a little late. Okay. So let's do a little free form. Let's talk about some modifications. We saw what you did. Do you want to tell us what you had done? You got your parts there. So.
Basically, I was reading on the forum
Worker.
about everybody's track tightening and all that, and waiting on a motor. So I loaded my motor. So the process, I jerked all the suspension out and worked it over until I figured out where it would track from. And in the process of doing that, I don't know if you guys see my Hawk, I got running boards on it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And so when I figured out where it was, I put it in the running boards, and then when I went out and rode it, I liked it so well from what it was and how it worked that I thought, you know, I'm not going to be the only one that likes this. Really, I mean, it changes it because your track doesn't tighten anymore, and you can't set a spring rate up or shock dampening up or anything when you're fighting the track. It just can't be done. I mean, your track's going to tighten. If you run your track really loose, well, then it's waving and you're sucking up horsepower with the S wave that gets in it, and then you got to have anti-ratchet right. It just still doesn't work. So anyway, I come up with these brackets, and they drop your the front arm, your down and forward. And the only hole that needs to be drilled is right here. And this is just a little plate on the back just to ever keep it from twitching up there, because you know you're going to have the entire suspension hung from that, beside your shocks. And then you have an option of lowered foot pegs or in the original hole.
Wow.
So they can go in either place.
I think that's awesome.
Pass this around. A lot of you guys got to ride my Hawk, and a lot of them weren't here today that rode it yesterday, because I must have rode a dozen Hawks the last couple of days, swapping everybody. And I meant to let a few more guys ride it today, and it crapped out on me today. I mean, my engine fuel pump went out, so.
And it seemed too that when you guys were working on it, that you guys weren't in the trailer really messing with that. It seemed like a pretty quick fix. So how
On which
when you were
What's
working on that?
first
Oh, we put these on. We put a set on.
I saw him and I said those.
He's got the.
I have the first set.
These two sets of the prototypes. He's got the one of the original ones. Because what I did is I milled one out on my rudimentary mill at the thing, and it's not bad. It fits really good. And then I took that down and to a machine shop friend of mine, I had him just machine these out. I cut them out and they did all the machining on it. And I'm at a point now where I just call them and say, hey, I need so many of them, and they wham them out. They're on their CNC machine, so $150 a set.
Nice.
Those are nice.
And how do they get a hold of you again? On the forum?
On
Or?
forum, I'm Scram 600.
Okay. So,
You
so
are.
I'll put some stuff up on our website too. That way you can phone number and
Pass that
stuff
around,
on there.
everybody look at what they are.
So
Nice job.
Also in my playing around, after I got my Hawk together, there's another thing I came up with, and
Oh, this is really a big deal.
what it was is, I'm not one that's real content to just deal with something, and I went out riding in the snow when it was nice and soft, and all was great. I loved it. Well, then the thaw came, and the snow got hard down low, and 6-8 miles of trail in on ice, and I'm running up the road, and now the snowmobiles are out running me going up the trail, and I'm fighting my Hawk all the way, and half tore by the time I got there. So I took my ski adapter, and at first I was just gonna
Get
cut
it
the
straight
sucker
out
off.
with his machine.
Yeah, that's a straight one. I was just gonna cut it off and weld some 3/8 flat bar to it, cut a section out of it, and then I took it down to the machine shop to have it dovetailed so I could move it back and forth with my own machine. And after talking to the guy at the shop, he says, well, if you got a piece of billet, I'll just mill you one. So I had him mill it out an adapter, and after I drew it up, and it's dovetailed, and you can slide it from the straight, just loosen the set screws, slide it from straight to your setback, and just less than a minute you can change your ski.
Wow.
And it makes it really nice because you can ride the trail with the setback in and just rip the trail all the way up. It's not quite as much setback as the factory one, and I hadn't rode a factory setback until I came up here on these machines. But after riding the factory setback, to me the steering's too heavy on them. I don't know everybody that has it. It's really heavy, and if you jump or anything